In the energy profile of glycolysis, so we have discussed from step 1 to step 10 how glycolysis is from step 1 to what step 10. So now, what is the energy profile? How many energy is gotten from this reaction and how many is lost? So first of all, let us look at, first of all, we have two loss of ATP in what step 1 and step 3, which is the irreversible step. So one ATP is lost in what hexokinase or glucokinase, one ATP is lost there, another ATP is lost in what fructokinase 1, PFK1, and that ATP is lost there. So we have two ATP that is lost during what ATP utilization in the first 5 stages of what glycolytic pathway. The next step here is that in step 6, here we are forming what we call 2-NADH. So GA3P dehydrogenase catalyze the conversion of what glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate. Catalyze the conversion of what glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate to what 1,3-bisphosphoglycerate. So this enzyme, this dehydrogenase enzyme, reduces NAD plus to NADH. So how many molecules of NADH is from there? 2 molecules of NADH. So these 2 molecules of NADH, if you use it to go into the electron transport chain, 2 molecules of NADH will give you 6 ATP. How? Because 1 NADH is giving you 3 ATP, and if 1 NADH is giving you 3 ATP, 2 NADH will give you how many? 6 ATP. So first of all, we lost 2 ATP from step 1 and step 3, and we are gaining 6 ATP from what step 6. Now how many will it be? So 2 minus 6, okay, 6 minus 2 will give us what? 4. So we are gaining also 4 ATP here from step 1 to step 6. So what is the next thing? Remember, in substrate level phosphorylation, we are forming how many ATP? In step 7 we form 2 ATP. We are forming how many ATP? 2 ATP. So how many ATP now? 6 ATP. The 4 ATP remaining from step 1 to step 4, and again the 2 ATP we are gaining from step 7. Don't forget it now. The last gaining of 2 ATP again. So we have 6 ATP now. The last one in step 10, we are gaining another 2 ATP. So making 8 ATP. So in aerobic glycolysis, you are forming 8 ATP. 8 ATP. Why? Because you form 6 in step 6, you form 2 in step 7, and you form 2 in step 10. So making what? 6 plus 2 plus 2, which is making what? 10. And you lost 2 in step 1 and in step 3. So you have what? 8 ATP in aerobic glycolysis. But now, if the oxygen level decreases, what happens? We'll be forming lactic acid. And remember, we have lactate dehydrogenase. And that lactate dehydrogenase oxidizes NADH to NAD plus, 2 molecules of NADH to NAD plus. So if you are converting 2 molecules of NADH to NAD plus, which means you are losing how many ATP? You are losing 6 ATP, because 2 NADH is being reduced to 2 NAD plus, thereby losing another 6 ATP. So in anaerobic glycolysis, the 8 ATP you formed from aerobic glycolysis, if there's a drop in oxygen, that 8 ATP will be minus with 6 ATP you are losing to form what? 2 ATP. So in aerobic glycolysis, you are forming what? 8 ATP. But in anaerobic glycolysis, you are forming what? 2 ATP, because 6 ATP is lost. Don't forget, this is the energy profile of what? Glycolysis. Aerobic glycolysis, the net ATP is 8. In anaerobic glycolysis, the net ATP is what? 2.